play the third place Swift Current 57's, who come in with a record of 9-6. Grant Dowdy will start on the hill for the Red Sox. This will be his
Welcome to another edition of Swift Current 57's Baseball, and happy Father's Day. We are live in the Queen City in Saskatchewan in Regina. Ryan Schweitzer with you. It's a pleasure to be a connection between father and sons today. We'd like to welcome all the parents of the players to our Swift Current 57's webcast here in Regina, and a big thank you to those families for sending your boys up here and spending the summer in Swifty. Without the players, there isn't much to do in the summer in Swift Current at the old ballpark, so thank you very much for sending your sons up here, and a happy Father's Day to everyone back home tuning in on our webcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. Starting on the bump today for the Regina Red Sox against the Swift Current 57's, Grant Dowdy. He's pitching to former 57 Ben Komanowski. Griffin Keller at first. Ivan Nunez is playing second base. Local product for Regina, Robbie Wilkes is playing short for the hometown Red Sox. Sammy De La Cruz is at third base. In left, you got the speedy veteran Wesley Moss. Rio Russell out of Nassau in the Bahamas at center field. And Ryan Eastburn patrolling right field. Adam De La Cruz will be the designated hitter for the Regina Red Sox this afternoon. Braden Eckhout, Alex Stinnett, Tanner Holen due up for the Swift Current 57's 1-2-3. Ryan Megdeach hitting fourth. Binsfield fifth. Toby Allred hitting sixth. Torin Brozovic batting seventh in the order. Ian McIntyre checks into the lineup. He's hitting eighth. And Vinny Margiotta will hit ninth. Braden Eckhout still looking for his first WNBL hit. Prepped and ready to lead off here, and we're good to go with a little Sunday matinee action live from Currie Field in Regina. Dowdy fills up the zone with strike one. 57's going in the jumpsuit orange with the tops and pants. A popular look around the league. Regina Red Sox in their home whites here. As Eckhout ground ball, he pounds ball up the middle, and Braden Eckhout gets this afternoon started right for the 57's. Swift Current limited in hits and offense last night as they were shut out 12-0 one night ago here in Regina. So Eckhout with his first hit. There's a runner on for the 57's, and Alex Stinnett prepped and ready to go here, the 57's catcher. Runner on at first for him. Dowdy. Strike one. 57's just put the ball in play. They struck out a total of 14 times last night as a team. Many of those times caught looking. And we know that there's a few adventures in this infield here at Currie Field in Regina, and that certainly helped the Red Sox put up a few runs, just put the ball in play and rely on some what they call Currie Field hops here in the Queen City. Check swing by Stinnett. And wise to do so as that one just drifts outside. Lefty on lefty encounter here. 1-2 the count. Stinnett hitting .375 on the year. Tanner Holen out of that Div 1 program in Kentucky waits on deck for the 57's. His good friend Braden Eckhout on at first. Stinnett at the plate. Outside we're 2-2. Grant Dowdy out of Arizona. This is his third start, 7 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 10 hits, 4 earned runs, 11-5 strikeout to walk ratio, 1-0 on the year with a 4.90 earned run average. Stinnett takes after falling behind in the count, and now 3-2 with nobody out. Braden Eckhout at first base. Stinnett takes. Wow. Good disciplined it back by Alex Stinnett, who fell behind in the count early at 0-2, and then took 4. So Swift Current offensively stymied last night with an opportunity to make some noise here early. The dangerous lumber of Tanner Holen at the plate. Holen .395 on the year. First pitch, take by Holen, breaking ball, strike one. Ryan Megdeach, the 6'5", 230-pounder, waits in the wings. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Members of last year's Swift Current 57 squad catching up with Ben Komanowski today. He's the guy playing behind the plate. He had 10 home runs for the 57's last year. High hopper potential for 2 here. Force at 3, they get him. Fielder's choice reach for Tanner Holen. So 1 down, still runners at first and second. Ryan McDeach will try and advance the orange jerseys on the base paths now. Jared Binsfield waits on deck. McDeach, .279 batting average. Big young man from Beamsville, Ontario digs in. 6'4", 230 out of Cochise College in Arizona. Just finished his freshman year there. Lefty on lefty encounter here. McDeach a couple takes. As Grant Doughty out of Arizona goes after McDeach here. 0-2, 2 on. Top of the first. McDeach hits that baseball on the screws to right field. Rounding third and heading for home is the runner. Tanner Holen chugs to third base, and the 57's, who couldn't play to runner last night, are on the board in the top of the first. Runners on the corners. Good start, Swifty. When the 57's do take the field defensively, it'll be Zach Patterson on the mound this afternoon. Looking forward to seeing what the product of Arizona, who went to Arkansas State University, produces today on the mound for the 57's. In the here and now, first offering to Jared Binsfield out of Saskatoon. Misses. 1-0 count here with 1 away and a 1-0 lead for the road team and the high-vis orange. Doughty finds the zone on that offering to Binsfield. Binsfield coming into today hitting .383. He's played in 14 games, 23 hits and 60 at-bats, 7 doubles. A couple home runs to go with 9 RBI. Pitch is up. We'll knock on wood as we say this, as we're the homer broadcast for the 57's, but Binsfield yet to ground into a double play this year with runner on at first and third. 3-1 the count now to Binsfield. Joe Carnahan not happy with his team last night after that 12-0 showing, as Toby Allred waits on deck. 3-1. Binsfield chases the high heat. Full count. Fastball just below the letters to young Binsfield. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here. Toby Allred waits on deck. Tanner Holen hungry like a butcher's dog to advance past third base. Doughty delivers to Binsfield. Ground ball potential for 2 here. 6, 4, and 3. Well, I'll wear that one. Didn't knock hard enough on wood when I said Binsfield had yet to ground into a double play. 1-0 lead for the 57's, though. Bottom of 1 coming up. Patterson on the mound when we return with more 57's baseball.
Today, the world's booming population looms like a storm on the horizon. Some forecast another 2 billion mouths to feed by the year 2050. Whatever tomorrow brings, one company will be fully prepared for it. Introducing Nutrien, an agricultural leader that brings Potash Corp and Agrium together. Now the largest combined producer of potash, nitrogen, and phosphate, Nutrien offers an unparalleled distribution platform, including more than 1,500 local farm centers and generations of farming expertise, all of which can help farmers produce more per acre. Together, we provide products that are from the earth and for the earth. Nutrien, feeding the future.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Happy Father's Day, wherever you may be and whomever you may be cheering for. Happy to have you along for the ride today as Zach Patterson gets the start on the bump for the Swift Current 57's today. Patterson, 2 appearances, both starts, 11 innings of work. He's allowed 11 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, a 15-4 strikeout to walk ratio, and a 3.27 earned run average. So Zach Patterson comes in here, striking out hitters at a rate of better than 1 per inning. He's got the speedy and cagey Wesley Moss as his first assignment here. Moss hitting .351 on the year and a key part in Regina's run to the league final last year. Moss takes all the way on the first pitch. And ball 1. Bottom of the first. Let's get sorted here. 1-1 the count. Patterson. Moss drills that right back at Patterson off of his shoe, and McDeach touches first. An unconventional 1-3. Fantastic athleticism by Ryan McDeach. He wasn't expecting that ball at that angle. And Patterson on the third pitch of his afternoon, a whammo right back at him, just in the shoe. Patterson's going to take a moment here. Great job by McDeach. Wesley Moss, one of the speedier guys in the league. He was the leadoff hitter for these Regina Red Sox last year. Gets himself on base and wreaks havoc out there. And Patterson's going to take a minute. And he'll be given the option to just see how everything feels. And throw a few pitches here. Looks like it was his plant foot that got that comebacker. And I don't know. This ain't looking good. Just a hard shot right back at him. That's his back foot, I think, actually, not his plant foot. Which, I mean, that's the foot he's got to put all of his weight on in that windup. Let him elevate that on the bus ride home. And Joe Carnahan is going to summon help from the bench. And Patterson, a line drive off that back foot. And his afternoon ends abruptly here after only 3 pitches. And we certainly hope that this is just a temporary injury that'll keep him day to day. But so the 57's, we certainly hope all is well for Patterson going forward. But Swift with a great start, putting up a run in their half of the first inning. And 3 pitches in, they lose their starter. And I think Aaron Pugh is going to be summoned in here in relief much sooner than he was expecting to be entering. So the native of Boisvane, Aaron Pugh, summoned in on very short notice. Pugh has been dynamite in relief. 7 appearances, all in relief. 14 1/3 innings, allowing 9 hits. 4 runs, only 1 earned run, a 13-3 strikeout to walk ratio. And Pugh's 1-0 on the year with a .62 earned run average. And he's coming in cold. Patterson gets the appearance. 1 batter faced and 1 out. I'll tell you about the rest of the 57s out there today. It's going to be Tanner Holen behind the plate. As you noticed, Ryan McDeach, who made a good play on that line drive off of Patterson, playing first. Vinny Margiotta at second. Braden Eckhout, the leadoff hitter, assigned to short this afternoon. And Toby Allred will play third base. Ian McIntyre, Torin Brozovic, and Jared Binsfield the outfield. Brozovic back in center field. Designated hitter for the 57s is Alex Stinnett. Stinnett worked behind the plate last night. Tanner Holen behind the dish here. 57s, they certainly have depth in that catcher position, as you have Tanner Holen from that Div 1 Kentucky program playing today. You have a second-generation ball player in Alex Stinnett, the other catcher on the 57s roster, whose dad was a major leaguer. Played, I believe, in the Cardinals, Mets, Diamondbacks organization. A journeyman MLB career for the father of Alex Stinnett. And then Colby Seltzer has shown that he's been capable behind the dish as well. So no shortage of depth at catcher for the 57s. Pitchers enjoy working with both of them, I'm sure. So one down. Aaron Pugh, who came in real cold, finishing his warm-up routine and his pre-flight checklist here. For the Red Sox, it's going to be local product Griffin Keller from just east of here at Pilot Butte. Keller hitting .357 on the year, so that's a tough out. 57's getting the L last night. They had a tough start to the week in Monday, dropping a blowout decision to the Weyburn Beavers, but then took 2 of 3 against the Fort McMurray Giants before coming here to Regina today. Looking at the standings in the league, it's going to be a high degree of difficulty for anyone to catch Weyburn and Regina. The Beavers have won 13 in a row. They're 13-2 on the year. Regina Red Sox 11-2. Swift Current 57s with their record of 9-6. They're 4 games back of the first place Beavers. 1 game behind these Regina Red Sox. Red Sox 9-1 in their last 10. 57s are 7-3 in their last 10. Plenty of Father's Day action around the Western Canadian Baseball League. In Edmonton, the Fort McMurray Giants already up to a 2-0 lead on the Prospects at the palatial Remax Field. The Moose Jaw Miller Express in Medicine Hat today taking on the Mavericks. They lead the Mavs 1-0 in the top of the second. Bottom of the first, Brooks is in Okotoks. The Bombers and Dogs are scoreless at Seaman Stadium. In Yorkton, Lethbridge Bulls and Yorkton Cardinals are tied at 1. An impromptu night off for the Lethbridge Bulls last night in Yorkton, as that game was rained out. What would you do with a night off in Yorkton? I can think of a few things I'd like to do. A few things I probably shouldn't do. Poutine at Joe Beavers would be the A-plus choice there. Some of the nightlife in Yorkton, though, don't know if you want to partake in that. City limits, maybe sing some karaoke. That'd be fun. In Weyburn Beavers already up to a 2-0 lead on the Melville Millionaires in the bottom of the first. And Lethbridge and Yorkton are going to do a doubleheader today. So the first game is tied at 1 in the top of the third. So Aaron Pugh, who had to quickly relieve Zach Patterson, who took a line drive off the foot or ankle area, comes in. And Griffin Keller puts a charge into that baseball. 1 pitch. And it's going to be extra bases for Griffin Keller, who chugs to second base. So now Adam Dela Cruz. How about Dela Cruz right now? Let's just see how many games he's played this year. This is his 5th game, and coming into this afternoon with an average of .526. That's 10 hits in 19 at-bats. 8 runs batted in only 4 games. So Dela Cruz, who was the series MVP against the 57's last year in that first-round series. He's been a 57's killer. Curveball, center field, Torin Brozovic. All right. So Aaron Pugh in 2 pitches, a double, and a high degree of difficulty out as Ryan Eastburn will take a turn, hitting a very respectable .333. There's no weak links offensively in this Regina Red Sox batting order. Statistically, Ben Komanowski, who's hitting 8th, is struggling at .057, but we and Swifty know that he's better than that, and it's only a number of time before those numbers go up. As first pitch to Eastman, ball 1, or Eastburn, rather. Sammy Dela Cruz is on deck. 1-0 count. Right-handed pitcher Aaron Pugh winds and delivers, goes back to that breaking ball. 2 pitches, 2 curveballs. Holen and Pugh. Breaking ball's the strategy so far to Eastburn. Pugh's fastball, mid-80s. 2-0. Goes off speed this time, and swinging strike. Eastburn sitting on fastball there, out in front of that changeup on the 2-0 count, now 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, and a 1-0 lead for the 57 so far in front of a packed Father's Day house here at beautiful Currie Field in northern Regina. Pitch in the dirt. Hitters count here for Eastburn. Eastburn represents the 4th hitter in Regina's batting order. 3-1. Aaron Pugh. They'll walk him. So Eastburn, who's sitting at a .333 rate, will fill up the empty base at first. Sam Dela Cruz hitting .342. Now takes a turn. Pick your poison with this Regina Red Sox batting order. Dangerous guy at the plate in the 57's, filling that empty bag at first, so not the worst case scenario by walking Eastburn. Ivan Nunez is on deck. First pitch from Pugh as he goes fastball for strike 1. A 3-pitch start for Zachary Patterson, who took a line drive off. Wasn't sure if it was the ankle or the foot. He tried to tough it out, but just couldn't make a go of it, so Aaron Pugh was summoned in relief after a third of an inning and 3 pitches for Patterson. We hope that he's all right. It's a long season and just a war of attrition in this league. The injury bug will work its way through most dugouts. Jack Large a little nicked up after last night. He's not playing this afternoon. Breaking ball to Dela Cruz. He takes a hack at it. Fouls it off, and Aaron Pugh in the 57's ahead of the dangerous Dela Cruz. 1-2 the count now with Nunez on deck. 1-0 lead. 1-2 count. 2 away, Pugh. Called strike 3. Fastball just below the letters. Dela Cruz gives Blue a bit of a glare. Not quite agreeing with that assessment, but in any event, hey, 1 inning in the books. And the 57's with a 1-0 lead on the Regina Red Sox. Back with the top of the 2 shortly.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
This webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball brought to you by Living Sky Casino, Nutrien Ag Solutions, The Hearing Place, the Coast Hotel in Swift Current, the official host hotel of the Swift Current 57's, Houston Pizza, Saskatchewan Abilities Council Swift Current Branch, and the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge, coming to Swift Current and Medicine Hat this November. Get early bird tickets until June 18th at tickets.scbroncos.com. Toby Allred, C-ball, hit ball, one pitch, and he flew out to left field where Wesley Moss was. So as we come back from commercial, already one down as Torin Brozovic, center fielder, takes a turn now. Brozovic, 180 right now for a batting average. He's had some key hits for the 9-6 57's at points this year. He's done well in center field defensively as Ian McIntyre waits on deck.
Two balls and no strikes. One down.
2-0 count, Grant Dowdy out of Peoria, Arizona. And a 3-0 count. Brozovic likely to take here. As Dowdy takes for strike one.
Easily the biggest crowd of the summer at Currie Field. Pitch misses outside.
Ball four to Brozovic.
Walks Torin Brozovic. And for Brozovic,
So the 57's with one on now. Good at bat for Brozovic.
man on first, Ian McIntyre will be the batter.
57's next game at home is going to be tomorrow night against the Weyburn Beavers. And then Tuesday, 57's in Weyburn. So home and home coming up, Swift Current and Weyburn. 1-0 count now. Ian McIntyre missed a few games due to injury, hitting 150 on the year. Limited sample size of at bats for McIntyre. 2-0 count, runner on at first.
Two balls and no strikes. Ian McIntyre, who has
Brozovic leads the 57's in swipe bags. He's got 5 of them. The 57's with 16 stolen bases as a team. Torin Brozovic counts for 5 of them. So he gets himself on base and he makes things happen. He's the runner at first right now. A lengthy lead. And Dowdy keeping a close eye on Brozovic. Brozovic 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts. McIntyre 2-0 count. Swung on and missed at that offering. 2-1 count now. One down. Vinny Margiotta on deck. Regina thinking that Torin Brozovic may be in motion on the next pitch with the count 2-1. 2-1. Swing and a miss, that's through the catcher, and Brozovic gallops to second base. Swinging strike as that offering went through, Ben. And 2-2 the count now. McIntyre, this is the 6th game that he's appeared in. 20 at bats, 3 hits thus far. 2-2 the count, one away. Brozovic at second, wind up in the delivery, and McIntyre chases the high fastball. He'll be the second out here in the top of the second.
And that is strikeout victim
Grant Doughty, first strikeout of the afternoon for him.
and with the man on second, Vinny Margiotta will come up to the plate.
Vinny Margiotta checks in now. Last night off for Vinny, hitting 137 on the year. Another guy who really makes things happen when he gets on base. Margiotta, oppo shot. Oh, hometown hop for the 57's. Torn Brozovic being sent home. Play at the plate's going to be close. Brozovic slides around Ben Kamenowski. And Vinny Margiotta comes up big as he goes oppo to score. Brozovic from second.
Margiotta gets an RBI single.
RBI single for Vinny. Brozovic scores. And the 57's up a deuce here. 2-0 in the second.
Braden Echo back at the top of the 57's batting order.
Vinny Margiotta coming up big when his team needed to as he gets his fourth run batted in of the year. Braden Echo second time around now as the 57's go once through the order and get 2 runs. Take that. Echo 1 for 1 on the afternoon. That's headed to foul territory. Not sure if that's going to be playable for Eastburn in right. Not able to get there in time.
Margiotta will have to trot all the way back to first base.
Margiotta in motion on that as the hit and run attempt was on. Nice idea there by Echo, trying to go oppo with the speedy Vinny Margiotta at first.
Scored one in the first and
2 down now.
cross already here in the second. 2-0. The Red Sox trail with 2 down. Grant Doughty trying to get out of this one.
Braden Echo with his first hit of the season. Pitch is inside, breaking ball, lefty on righty encounter here. Doughty against Echo.
57's and Red Sox this summer. They'll do a home and home Friday.
2-1 pitch. And a well-hit ball by Echo. That may be trouble. Wesley Moss has to run uphill to get that. That's off the wall. Vinny Margiotta getting sent home by Ruben Rodriguez, third base coach. Echo, a double play at the plate. Not in time. Margiotta, after getting an RBI, gallops home all the way from first. Double for Braden Echo, who's now 2 for 2. Get Vinny Margiotta some oxygen as he comes all the way around, running like people were chasing him. And the 57's up a field goal here in the second.
Vinny Margiotta comes around to score from first base, and Echo is at second.
Alex Stinnett will try and keep this train a-rolling for the visiting 57's.
Came around to score the 57's first run, his first time up, back in the first inning.
Alex Stinnett with a run scored, walked his last time up, lefty on lefty encounter, and strike called as Doughty paints the outside corner on Stinnett. Doughty 36 pitches, 20 for striker contact. Fastball up. Stinnett gets out of the way of that offering that was traveling in about helmet height. 3-0 lead for the visitors. It's an offensively capable squad, though, in Regina as Stinnett hits that one into no man's land. Could be trouble. That's going to fall in. Rounding third and heading for home is Braden Echo. And the 57's plate another. The 57's up to a quick 4-0 lead as they've put up 3 here in the second. Alex Stinnett, good piece of hitting, as the lefty was able to hit that one near the hands and send that one with some good backspin into the outfield and just put that in between center and right. No man's land is just in the right spot between Russell and Eastburn. Red Sox coach Jason Vena coming out and having a powwow with his starting pitcher, Doughty, and catcher Ben Kamenowski. So the 57's get 2 runs through the order the first time, and then 2 more. 4-0 lead for the 57's. I get the feeling this one might be a track meet today. So much offense in that Regina dugout. And Aaron Pugh usually works an inning or 2. He may be expected to do more after coming on for Patterson, who took a line driver off the ankle. Tanner Holen hits that into no man's land, perhaps playable for Eastburn, and he makes the catch. Good grab. That's the 3rd out, but the Swift Current 57's do some damage. They put up 3 in their half of the second, and a 4-0 lead for the 57's. They'll try and hang on to it and keep this potent Regina offense at bay when we return with more 57's baseball.
Today, the world's booming population looms like a storm on the horizon. Some forecast another 2 billion mouths to feed by the year 2050. Whatever tomorrow brings, one company will be fully prepared for it. Introducing Nutrien, an agricultural leader that brings Potash Corp and Agrium together. Now the largest combined producer of potash, nitrogen, and phosphate, Nutrien offers an unparalleled distribution platform, including more than 1,500 local farm centers and generations of farming expertise, all of which can help farmers produce more per acre. Together, we provide products that are from the earth and for earth. Nutrien, feeding the future.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive.
We'll get back and learn all about the Hearing Place in our next break here in this one. Swift Current 57's, that was a dynamite second inning for the visitors as they put up 3, and they lead at 4-0. Removed from a recent 12-0 loss at the hands of the Regina Red Sox last night here. Joe Carnahan with some words with his squad after last night.
Leading off for the Red Sox, second baseman number 5,
Ivan Nunez to lead off for the Red Sox. Elsewhere around the league, Fort Mac leading Edmonton 2-0 in Edmonton. Moose Jaw leading Medicine Hat 2-0 in the Hat. Okotoks Dogs up on the Brooks Bombers 1-0. Bottom of the second, Siemens Stadium. In Yorkton, the Cardinals trailing the Lethbridge Bulls 4-1 in the top of the 4th at Jubilee Park. In Weyburn, the Beavers leading the Melville Millionaires 2-0 in the top of the 3rd. First pitch from Aaron Pugh to Ivan Nunez, called strike. If you're just joining us, Zach Patterson started on the hill for the 57's, and on his 3rd pitch of the game, he took a line drive off the foot or ankle area and didn't continue. Nunez, ground ball, 3rd base, Toby Allred. Smooth as a gravy sandwich, executes a nice little 5-3. One down. There's Aaron Pugh, who came in real cold in this one. Pugh usually expected to be summoned around the 5th or 7th inning. Not often called 3 pitches into the ballgame. Rio Russell out of the Bahamas, center fielder at the plate. First pitch from Pugh. Just misses. 1-0 count. 1 down here. 4-0 lead 57's. Bottom of 2. Ground ball. Second base. Vinny Margiotta. 4-3. Every ground ball here brings with it nervous anticipation at Currie Field in Regina. And the 57's a little bit more aware of that today, doing a much better job of just putting baseballs into play. There's going to be funny hops in that infield here. It victimized Swift Current last night. as some baseballs took a few funny hops and turns on the 57's infield, and they've benefited from that today in this 4-0 lead. First pitch to Ben Kamenowski, former teammates facing each other, as Ben Kamenowski would have caught Aaron Pugh on a few occasions last season. So Kamenowski knows better than most what Pugh is capable of deploying. He goes fastball low and away to Ben. 2-0 count.
Just looking around here today, I'm guessing maybe we'll have a crowd of 800, 850.
2-0, 2 down. Pugh. Fastball up, 3-0 count. 3 takes from Kamenowski. 4-0 lead for the 57's. Kamenowski going to take all the way here. Fastball. 3-1 count. Hitters count here. Pugh delivers. Fastball cued off the end of the bat. And suddenly the scenario is a full count to Kamenowski with 2 away here in the bottom of 2. Back-to-back local products in Regina's batting order as Robbie Wilkes is on deck. 3-2. Ben continues to battle with his former teammate Aaron Pugh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kamenowski looking to be more of an offensive producer for the Red Sox, hitting .057 coming into this at bat, but we in Swift know that there's pop in that bat as Ben swings at a 3-2 curveball this time into the backstop. One of the things that shocked me about the Red Sox as a team, 11-2, and only 1 home run as a team this year. Balls tend to sail out of this facility, but only 1 dinger as a team. 57's with 16 to contrast that. Ground ball, short, Echout, 6-3, and that'll do it. So far, so good for the 57's. Only 2 innings are in the books, but it's a 4-0 Swift Current lead, and we'll see what Swift can do on the sticks in the top of the 3rd when we return after this.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.com.
All right. 4-0 the score. It's already been an adventure at Currie Field, as many games are. The 57's losing their starting pitcher 3 pitches in as Zach Patterson, a line drive off the foot or ankle area, his back foot. So Aaron Pugh summoned rather abruptly to take over from Patterson. Grant Doughty, starter for the Red Sox, 2 innings of work thus far. 41 pitches into his afternoon, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He struck out 1 and walked 2. Ryan Megdeach, who's leading off here in the orange with the green trim, will lead off here in the 3rd inning. Megdeach, Binsfield, Allred, that's 4, 5, 6 in the 57's batting order. Top of the 3rd, here we go. Grant Doughty, the lefty, in this lefty-on-lefty encounter, paints the outside corner on that slider. 0-1 the count to Beamsville, Ontario's Ryan Megdeach, the 6'4", 230-pound first baseman. Tries to paint that corner again, but misses out. 1-1 count. Deficit 4 for the Red Sox. 57's trying to add more to it against a team that is dangerous offensively. Megdeach chases the always seductive High Heat to make the count 1-2. It's a much nicer day for baseball than it was last night, and at times very, very chilly Currie Field. 800 fans here. Swung on and missed. Megdeach in front of that offering. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Doughty. Jared Binsfield now to take a turn. Binsfield 0 for 1, grounding into a double play, his last at-plate endeavor. Called strike to Jared. Lefty on righty. Joe Carnahan talking to him about Jared Binsfield going into the year. Not sure if he was expecting Binsfield to be an everyday type player, but Jared's played his way into a permanent position here, hitting .377. A fixture in that outfield. And with what he's been doing at the plate, you can't not have him. 83 on the gun there from Doughty. That's as hard as he's thrown this afternoon. 2-1 the count as Toby Allred waits on deck. That pitch stays outside in this lefty on righty encounter. 3-1 the count to Binsfield. He'll be sitting on fastball here and hits a ground ball. Third base, and Sam Dela Cruz. Silky smooth 5-3. Toby Allred, his last at bat was one pitch. It was a well hit ball to left field, but he put it right where Wesley Moss was standing. Deep in left field here, 343 down the line, but right field only 309. 409 to straightaway center as Toby Allred. Breaking ball. Nice movement on that pitch for the called strike. Lefty on righty, that pitch looked like it was drifting way outside and then bent right back over the plate as that offering is inside, 1-1. That opening pitch slider coming out of the hand of Doughty. Could be an effective pitch when he's facing 57's righties. Allred fouls that into the backstop. Count is 0-2 with 2 down. Torin Brozovic on deck, 0-2. Toby thought about that breaking ball in, but count remains 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Allred, ground ball, hit to second. Nunez, good athleticism to take that ball on the run. Turn his body and make that throw to Griffin Keller at first for the 4-3. That'll do it. Nothing doing for the 57's in the top of the third, but still enjoying a 4-0 lead. They'll try and keep it that way when we return with more 57's baseball for Living Sky Casino and Nutrien Ag Solutions. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to this. This is just a demolition derby. Like, I don't know if they're keeping score. Is it just a gang fight car wreck out there? It must be red against clear, but I don't know how you win this game. They're just crashing into each other. Just carnage out there. Yeah, there's two teams. I don't know who's winning. We're going to have to play a baseball game here eventually, but Aaron Pugh, he's ready to go here on the mound. He's all limbered up and good to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Knockerball Regina. Fans Knockerball Regina offers parties for birthdays, team lineups, corporate team building, stags against fundraisers, school functions, grad parties.
All right, let the bodies hit the floor.
Find them online at knockerballregina.com.
They make their way off the field here in the bottom of the third inning.
And watch for special deals throughout the season, like today's deal. 50% off any
Well, that was an adventure.
using promo code Red Sox.
In the bottom of the third inning for the 57's, had to come on in relief.
Aaron Pugh looking at the leadoff hitter for the Red Sox. He's like, let's get to the plate and do this. Been ready to throw this first pitch for a few minutes now.
Leading up the inning for the Red Sox, shortstop number 17, Robbie Wilkes.
9-1-2 due up for Regina, Wilkes, Moss, and Keller. 4-0 lead for the 57's. Aaron Pugh, first pitch fastball in ball one.
1-0 count. Robbie Wilkes, a Regina guy, playing for the Sox.
Couple of Canadians going head-to-head here. Boys of Vane, Manitoba's Aaron Pugh and Regina's Robbie Wilkes. Pugh, fastball up. 2-0. Pugh's second summer in Swift Current, used in relief last year for the 57's. Swift Current last year, their second summer known as the 57's. After 57 seasons, as they played under the name the Swift Current Indians, so changing their name to the 57's to acknowledge the team history. Wilkes takes, and Robbie Wilkes walked in 4. Putting one on for a dangerous stick in Wesley Moss. Moss, a key contributor in Regina's romp through the playoffs last year as Regina went to the league final where they subsequently lost to Medicine Hat. Moss out of San Antonio, Texas, hitting .345 on the year. 20 hits in 57 at-bats. One on, Pugh. 1-0 count. Griffin Keller due up. Pugh finds the zone on that offering. Count 1-1. Pugh accustomed to about 2 innings of work per appearance, and he's basically done that now, as he was subbed in abruptly just 3 pitches into this game after Zach Patterson left with an injury as Moss drills that foul down the first base line. Pugh gets a long rolling strike out of that offering and now ahead of the dangerous Wesley Moss 1-2. Griffin Keller waits on deck, who's 1 for 1 this game. Runner on at first. Pugh ready to offer the 1-2. Drilled into the backstop. 31st pitch of the afternoon for Aaron Pugh here in the bottom of the third. 1-2 pitch. Pugh, breaking ball. Moss reaches defensively, and that's just going to be a dying quail that falls into the outfield right where it needed to, and there's 2 on now for the Red Sox. Looks like the 57's are limbering up Yo Takanaka in the bullpen. as the ideal scenario would be to get a good start and a few innings out of Zach Patterson, but the injury bug bit him, and it's going to turn into a pitching by committee afternoon for the 57's, regardless of what happens on the scoreboard here. Griffin Keller at the plate, 2 on, nobody out. 57's infield with some options. Breaking ball from Pugh, blocked by Holen. 1-0 count. And dangerous Adam Dela Cruz on deck. Called strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 to Keller. The deficit for the Red Sox is 4. Keller trying to take a big bite into that in this at bat. Pitch inside. 2-1. Nice job behind the plate by Tanner Holen to block that offering. Some dangerous runners on base for the Red Sox. No shortage of mobility out there as Keller slashes that ball with gusto. Foul. 2-2 the count. That ball pounded down the first base line, but just about a foot and a half the wrong side of the first base bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody down here. Pugh. That one barely gets out of the batter's box. Pugh gathers. Out at first, but runners advance. 57 score a 1-3, but 2 speedy guys in scoring position, and Adam Dela Cruz will step into the batter's box. And a guy last year who was a perpetual thorn in the side of the 57's team now has 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position. Dela Cruz with 8 runs batted in only 4 games. Called strike 0-1. Pugh going after him with the breaking ball. Ryo Takanaka limbering up in the 57's bullpen. 1 down and 2 on. Pugh. Curveball. That drops in and low. Or outside, rather. Ball 1. Yep. 1-1 the count. Pugh. Breaking ball. High hopper could be trouble on the run. Nice job by Eckhout for the 6-3, but one comes in to score. Another RBI for Dela Cruz. Wesley Moss at third, and the Sox on the board.
Right fielder, number 23, Ryan Eastburn.
So the Sox on the board in the bottom of the third. It's 4-1 now. Like what I'm seeing from Braden Eckhout at short. That's a tough play, but he took that on the run, on target with the 6-3, and made a tough play look pretty simple. Pugh with 2 away. First pitch breaking ball. Dropping low. 1-0 count. Runner on at third base is Wesley Moss. So 57's had 2 in scoring position. Trying to stop any sort of bleeding here in the third. Ball 2 just missing inside to Eastburn. Sam Dela Cruz on deck. Righty on lefty exchange here. Eastburn lining up right over the plate. Eastburn painfully fouls that ball off of himself. 2-1 the count. Cloudy day here in Regina. Plenty of rain back home in Swift, which will make a lot of folks happy. Fly ball. Braden Eckhout says, I got this, and makes the catch. So the Red Sox end up scoring one and stranding one. 3 innings in the books. Top of 4 coming up. 4-0 lead for the Swift Current 57's. We'll be back with more of this Swift Current 57's webcast shortly.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
This webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball brought to you by Living Sky Casino, Nutrien Ag Solutions, The Hearing Place, the Coast Hotel in Swift Current, the official host hotel of the Swift Current 57's, Houston Pizza, Saskatchewan Abilities Council Swift Current Branch, and the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge, coming to Swift Current and Medicine Hat this November. Get early bird tickets until June 18th at tickets.scbroncos.com. Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. New man on the mound for the Regina Red Sox here. Doughty goes 3 innings, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, striking out 2 and walking 2, facing 15. So the Red Sox are going to put Nick Ferngren in now. 6'6", 3 appearances, 4 innings of work. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs on his watch. He's struck out 9 and walked 1. Spotless ERA thus far in 3 appearances. So 9 Ks in 4 innings, Nick Ferngren. That's a big boy on the mound. Ferngren 6'6", 245, a junior, Southeastern University out of Coral Springs, Florida. 6'6", 245, looks like he's got some heat and an abundance of nice fluffy hair. First pitch from Ferngren, just misses low. He's facing Torn Brozovic.
No, I guess I said that right. Coral Gables sounds like the place in Florida. He's from Coral Springs. 1-0 and now
88 on the gun at the letters. Ferngren's got some heat as Brozovic backs away. 2-0 count. Ferngren with some velo. 89 on the gun, swinging strike. So Ferngren bringing some heat, relieving Doughty. 2-1 pitch. Brozovic goes oppo and a diving stab in right field. Eastburn in right makes the catch, 1 down. Ian McIntyre 0 for 1, striking out last time he was up. Good job by Eastburn out of Torrance, California to go horizontal and dive for that catch. McIntyre, there's a good piece of hitting by McIntyre. Moss tracks that down, stumbles, but he gets that ball in quickly. But Ian McIntyre pulling that one to left field, and IMAC uploads himself to first base. 57's with 1 on here. So a couple of well-hit balls off of this relief pitcher, Ferngren. One right in the neighborhood of where the right fielder was situated, and then another shot there by Ian McIntyre as Vinny Margiotta, who represents number 9 in the 57's batting order, will take a turn against the heat-throwing Ferngren. Vinny's going to show bunt. He puts it up, and Ben Kamenowski. Nice football-style catch by Ben there, utilizing his whole body there to trap that ball and make sure it doesn't spin away from him. Ben Kamenowski looking like local CFLer Chris Getzlaff chasing that one down. So in the top of the fourth, 4-1 lead, 2 down. Ian McIntyre at first. Echout, opposite field shot, drifting towards foul territory. No one's going to be able to get to that in time. Ian McIntyre will gallop back to first base. Echout 2 for 2 against Doughty with an RBI and a run scored. 4-1 lead for the 57's. Shout out to everyone at Perot Manor back in Swift Current enjoying this one as Mayor Dennis Perot letting me know that he's tuned in here. Ian McIntyre swipes a bag. So IMAC downloads the stolen base algorithm and gallops to the middle of the field. 1-1 the count. His worship Mayor Perot approves. 4-1 57's lead. Echout 1-1 the count. Breaking pitch inside. Echout gets a small piece as that's redirected towards the backstop. So 2-1 the count. Runner in scoring position. Echout, who's 2 for 2, looking to go 3 for 3, and a well-placed base hit could score McIntyre. Oof. 91 on the gun on that one. This guy throws hard. This is definitely the hardest pitcher that the 57's have faced this year, as we've gunned pretty much everybody. 3-1 the count, 91 moments ago out of Ferngren. He's pumping some Ched here. Goes 90 inside. Count now 3-2. There, we'll get caught up. So Ferngren, as that arm gets limbered up, seems to be adding more velo with every pitch here. Pitch is hitting 91 and 90 moments ago. 3-2 pitch, 2 down. Ferngren winds. 90. Echout, opposite field, might be trouble. That's a fair ball. Echout singles into right field. McIntyre scores. As IMAC singles, stolen base, and then brought home. It's a 5-1 57's lead. Echout going oppo, not too far away from the first base line. Run comes in to score. 5-1 57's lead. 1-0 count. Stinnett DHing this afternoon. He's walked once, has an RBI, a hit, and a run scored. Stinnett takes a hack at that 89-mile-an-hour offering. 1-1. So Ferngren's spotless ERA blemished by Ian McIntyre and Braden Echout. 1-1 pitch. Echout in motion. One hopper Kamenowski. Throw is going to bounce through everyone. Echout's going to stay put. But a one hopper just in front of the second baseman from Kamenowski. Ben not happy with himself with the throw that he put on that ball. And a swiped bag for Echout, who's having himself an afternoon. 3 for 3, couple RBI at a stolen base as well. This is Echout's 4th game with the 57's. He was looking for his first hit coming into this afternoon, and he's delivered as Stinnett puts lumber to baseball. That's a shot to right field. Runners being sent home, and galloping home is Echout. He touches home plate. 57's with a crooked number in the 4th. 6-1 the lead. Braden Echout Smile for the camera, Braden. He's played a gem of a game. Defensively, he's been dynamite too. Factoring into a couple plays at short. There's Rudy Estrella, one of the assistant coaches, looking way up at the 6'6" Ferngren. Coaching staff in Regina, all alums who have played here in recent history. Estrella out there handling the pitchers, head coach Jason Vena, and Phil Langlois, who was as sure-handed a third baseman as you'd ever see in this league, played the last couple seasons in Regina. Just an amazing, wiry athlete out of Quebec. Tough to play infield in this park, but he made plays look easy in his playing days. Tanner Holen, strike one, breaking ball. Ryan McDeach on deck, 6-1 lead for the 57's. Off-speed pitch, strike two. You got a fastball from Ferngren that at times touches 91, and then that changeup at 78. The 0-2, breaking ball, and 75-mile-an-hour slider right into the lower back of Tanner Holen. Just a stray breaking ball that bent into the upper body of Holen. 2 on and 2 out. McDeach 1 for 2 with an RBI. Now hitting .289 on the year, wearing Cole Armstrong's number 5. Fastball up and out, ball 1. 2 away. One 0, 2 down. Called strike, breaking ball, 1-1. .57 so far with a 2-run fourth to go up 6-1. 1-1 pitch, 2 away. Ferngren, 90 on the gun. McDeach gets a small piece of it, but redirected into the gear of Kamenowski. 1-2 the count. One and 2 count. 2 down. McDeach keeps the sword sheathed at that pitch that broke low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here. Deuces wild in the bottom or top of the 4th, rather. Weyburn's in town tomorrow night, and then the 57's back in Weyburn on Tuesday. 2-2 pitch. McDeach, ground ball. That's a fair ball. Down the first base line, heading home is Alex Stinnett. McDeach is going to gallop to second base. Run comes in to score. McDeach with a Meg double. Runner advances to third base as well, Tanner Holen. And the 57's with a 6-run lead at 7-1. RBI double that brought in 1 by Ryan McDeach. That's his 2nd RBI of the day. And Jared Binsfield now with 2 in scoring position. We'll try and keep this inning going for the 57's. A 3-run fourth thus far. Binsfield, check swing, strike. Holen and McDeach in scoring position. Nothing in 1 the count to Jared. Ferngren. Breaking ball, letter high. Let's do 1-1 with Toby Allred on deck. 1-1.
easily present their biggest challenge
Fastball in, 2-1.
so far here at home. Count is now 2 balls and a strike.
Fourth inning, 7-1 lead. Still not feeling comfortable.
Absolutely demolished.
Red Sox with 12 runs last night at the expense of the 57's. A 12-0 win in this park just a few hours ago. Binsfield, there's a shot. First base, Keller at first, flips it to Ferngren. The 57's will leave 2 out there, but they'll score 3 in their half of the fourth. 7-1 lead for the 57's. They'll try and hang on to it when we return with more of this Swift Current 57's
At the Hearing
webcast.
Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to this webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball. Happy to have you along for the ride today, and happy Father's Day to, especially today, all the fathers of Swift Current 57's players. Love that many of you gave the green light to your sons to come up here and enjoy the summer collegiate wood bat experience of the WCBL, and we're happy to have you along for the ride. Give a shout out to Ryo Takanaka's family in the Richmond, BC area, as Yo is going to be deployed here for the 57's. After Aaron Pugh came in rather abruptly, Takanaka on the year, 5 appearances, all in relief, 5 1/3 innings of work, allowing 5 hits, 2 earned runs, striking out 7 and walking 5. Yo is 1-0 on the year with a 3.37 earned run average. Aaron Pugh here for a good time, not a long time, going 2 2/3, allowing 2 hits, 1 earned run, striking out 1 and walking 2, facing 12. But Pugh coming in rather abruptly as Patterson was injured on his 3rd pitch of the game, as Yo Takanaka getting set to face a very dangerous Regina lineup here, beginning with Sam Dela Cruz, also Nunez, and Rio Russell will hit. First pitch, Yo deals a strike. 1-1 the count. The thing with Yo Takanaka, what he really brings, and anything he does on the mound is almost a bonus because he's such a good team guy. He was part of that team in 2016 that won a championship, the final Swift Current Indians squad. And just a guy that always made the bus trips go by a little bit faster. Now back in Swift Current his senior year. That pitch drifts a little bit outside on Yo. 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch. Yo deals. 5-pitch walk for Takanaka. Sam Dela Cruz is on. Ivan Nunez to take a turn now. Nunez 0 for 1. 500 batting average for Nunez, but a very small sample size as he made his debut of the season last night. Rio Russell out of Nassau in the Bahamas on deck. Nunez out of Miami. Right-hander Ryo Takanaka deals fastball, strike 1. Nothing in 1 the count. Runner on, Dela Cruz. 0-1 pitch. Pitch drifts outside.
A lot of excitement for Nunez. He and William Strata. Meets Adam De La Cruz at Southern University. They won their College World Series last year.
Sam De La Cruz 2 for 2 in the stolen base department. There's a shot to center field. Torin Brozovic watches that ball twist and turn in the air and makes the catch deep in the heart of Currie Field for the first out. Rio on Rio now. Takanaka and Russell. We'll see who wins the intriguing matchup of Rio and Rio here.
Rio Takanaka will pitch to Rio Russell with one down and a man on in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Sox trailing by a half dozen. They check the runner.
De La Cruz checked over at first. A couple stolen bases on the year. Rio Takanaka pitching to Tanner Holen, Ryan McDeach at first, Vinny Margiotta at second, Braden Eckhout, who's had a fantastic afternoon on both sides of the ball, at short, Toby Allred at third, outfield McIntyre, Brozovic, Binsfield, DH Alex Stinnett. Really like Braden Eckhout's game today. 3 for 3, a couple runs scored, 2 RBI. And looking great at second, Rio Russell. Unconventional swing into the backstop.
When Sam was at the plate, Adam De La Cruz, his older brother, tried stealing.
1-1. 7-1 lead for the 57's. Red Sox have one on with one down here, trying to take a bite into that big 57's lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Just heard that there's 875 here, a little Father's Day matinee action.
Runner the Red Sox have is at the plate right now. It misses inside on Rio Russell. 875.
Pitch inside to Russell.
Official head count. Biggest crowd of the summer so far for the Red Sox. Great crowd on Father's Day. And if you're going to have an afternoon game, it's probably okay to be a little bit chilly like it's been.
2-1 the pitch.
Sun just roast everybody.
Called strike.
And it's 2-2 to Rio Russell.
Righty on lefty.
Rio,
Outside part of the plate.
product of the Bahamas.
There's some of the 875 that are taking this one in at Currie Field in Regina, northern part of the city.
And on the base paths, and he is where he is right now in the batter's box. But if he can get on,
De La Cruz checked it first.
it'll put the Red Sox in position.
2-2 the count to Russell. Ben Kamenowski is on deck.
Austin coming up right now in the on-deck circle. The 2-2.
Russell hits that one a mile up in the air. They got a fine beat on that one at Regina International Airport as Jared Binsfield has that ball ease into his glove in right. 2 down.
Russell on the F9. That'll bring up Ben coming up.
Russell flies out to 9. Ben Kamenowski, number 8 spot in the batting order, who's 0 for 1 today. Ben with an 0.58 batting average. You know that's going to go up at some point this year.
Summer, this is the 5th.
As he was usually around 220, 250 last year, popping his bat, 10 home runs.
Really busy home part of the schedule.
So 2 down, De La Cruz on at first. Yo Takanaka working against the lower half of the order. First pitch is ball 1. 57's back in action tomorrow night. The Weyburn Beavers are in town, and then Swift is in Weyburn on Tuesday.
To July 15th, they only have 2 home games. Checking the runner at first. So as dominant as the Sox have looked, they've looked dominant.
1-0 count with 2 away.
The true test will come when they actually have to go out on the road. 1-0.
Shot by Kamenowski, and that's into the glove of Torin Brozovic. That ball looked beautiful off the bat head, but Brozovic breaks hearts. And nothing doing for the Regina Red Sox in their half of the fourth. Top of 5 coming up. 4 complete in the books. The 57's with a 7-1 lead. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
Today, the world's booming population looms like a storm on the horizon. Some forecast another 2 billion mouths to feed by the year 2050. Whatever tomorrow brings, one company will be fully prepared for it. Introducing Nutrien, an agricultural leader that brings Potash Corp and Agrium together. Now the largest combined producer of potash, nitrogen, and phosphate, Nutrien offers an unparalleled distribution platform, including more than 1,500 local farm centers and generations of farming expertise, all of which can help farmers produce more per acre. Together, we provide products that are from the earth and for the earth. Nutrien, feeding the future.
Welcome back to this webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions and the good folks at Living Sky Casino. Living Sky's got their Rib Fest coming up August long weekend, where they just serve copious amounts of ribs outside. There's music there, beverage gardens, and proceeds helping out the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation, which, if you're not familiar with what that's all about, it's a foundation that partners up with Living Sky Casino on a lot of different initiatives, and their goal is to put state-of-the-art equipment in Swift Current hospitals, because for the longest of times, for any sort of high degree of difficulty, treatment, or a lot of things that you would like to have in your hospital, people have had to go out of town from Swift Current. So Living Sky Casino and the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation doing a good job of helping put state-of-the-art gear in our Swift Current Hospital. The foundation and the 57's also partnering up with the Black Tie Hockey Draft every year, and we certainly thank Sean and Jim DeConey, Clay Thompson, out at the foundation for being big partners of the 57's. Regina Red Sox deploying Mark Lopez to the mound. Ferngren doing an inning. We'll have the line on him in just a moment, but first we'll tell you about Mark Lopez. 6 appearances, 8 innings of work. He's allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run. 10-0 strikeout to walk ratio in 8 innings. He's 1-0 on the year with a minuscule 1.12 earned run average. Nick Ferngren going an inning, allowing 4 hits, 3 runs all earned. 1-1, Toby Allred batting. Lopez. Allred gets a small piece of that offering from Mark Lopez out of Nogales, Arizona. Count 1 and 2. These two may be familiar with each other. Toby from Anthem, Arizona. We say hello to Toby's family tuned in. 1-2 pitch. Toby checks his swing, gets a piece of it, and stays alive in this exchange with Lopez. Ball and 2 strikes. Allred, Brozovic, McIntyre, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. 1-2 count. Allred, ground ball, diving stab at third, 5-3, and Allred retired. Nice play by Sam Dela Cruz. This infield is really a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and Dela Cruz taking no chances with that ball. 5-3. Torin Brozovic with a walk and a run on the afternoon. Breaking ball. Nice movement on that slider from Lopez. Pitch looked like it was heading inside and then bent over the plate. 0-1 the count with 1 down. Goes back to that slider, and this time Brozovic is going to spank it down the third base line. Torin rounding first, but he'll hit the brakes. So Brozovic taking an 0-1 down the third base line. 1-out single for Torin. And now Ian McIntyre. McIntyre with a hit, a stolen base, and then he was brought home. Last time he was up, he was part of that 3-run fourth for the 57's. Lopez is going to check Brozovic over at first before focusing on McIntyre. Torn Brozovic, 5 for 5 in the stolen base department this season. Lopez aware of that too, checking him moments ago and again now. Check our out-of-town scoreboard in just a moment here. McIntyre awaiting the first pitch of this at-bat with Lopez. Lopez focuses on Brozovic and induces a swinging strike. Around the league, Fort McMurray with a 7-1 lead on the Edmonton Prospects at the giant Remax Field Stadium in Edmonton. Moose Jaw with a 4-2 lead on Medicine Hat in Medicine Hat. That's in the bottom of the 5th. Okotoks and Brooks are tied at 2 in Siemens Stadium, bottom of the 5th as Brozovic is checked. Lethbridge Bulls laying a whooping on the Yorkton Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th. It's 8-1. That's going to be the first game of a doubleheader. Weyburn Beavers up 5-1 on the Melville Millionaires. And Lethbridge and Yorkton doing that doubleheader. Game number 2 will get underway after Lethbridge is done whomping them. 8-1 the score. McIntyre swings at that breaking ball that bent away from his bat. 0-2. So the Weyburn Beavers, 13-2. They lost their first 2, 1 game to Swift Current, and then have won their last 13. I believe they're unbeaten in the calendar month of June. The Beavers are. And they're up on Melville 5-1 in the 6th at Tom Lang. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Kamenowski. Torn Brozovic thought about taking a run at second base, but been able to corral that baseball. Count 1-2 with 1 down. The speedy Brozovic on at first.
Has a fastball, not overpowering stuff by any means. 5'9", 190 pounds.
1-2 pitch with 1 down. Brozovic is in motion on this one. Strike 3, but Brozovic in ahead of the throw, so swipe bag number 6 on the year. Stolen base for Brozovic. McIntyre strikes out, and Vinny Margiotta to take a turn now against Lopez. Margiotta with a hit and a run, and also an RBI, the number 9 hitter in the batting order. Productive day 1 through 9 in that 57's batting order today. 7-1 they lead it here in the top of the 5th. They're looking for more insurance. Top of the order, and Braden Eckhout on deck. What an afternoon for Eckhout. 3 for 3 so far with 2 runs and 2 runs batted in. And the 57's shortstop has contributed defensively too. Ground ball, second base, Nunez to Keller, 4-3. That'll do it. The 57's will leave one stranded in the top of the 5th. 7-1 is still the lead for the 57's, bottom of 5. Coming right at you after this. Welcome back to this Swift Current 57's webcast in Regina. 57's after this one, it'll be a 2-hour bus ride home back to that clubhouse at Mitchell Field, and then they'll host the Weyburn Beavers tomorrow. Home and home with those pesky Beavers. Weyburn just turning into a juggernaut, and Regina just a respectable team as well, with plenty of offense. 9-1-2 to up for Regina, Robbie Wilkes, Wesley Moss, and Griffin Keller. Yo Takanaka, second inning of work as he deals a strike. 57's pitching by committee after Zach Patterson, their starting pitcher, and we hope that he's okay. He took a line drive off the foot, or maybe the ankle on his back foot. Third pitch in, and his service is lost for the afternoon. Aaron Pugh came in, worked 2 1/3 for the 57's. Second inning of work for Yo Takanaka, and nobody in the 57's bullpen. Ground ball, Echout, bobbled. And that infield, at times, a bit of a graveyard, as that one took a funny hop there on Echout. Wilkes is on via the dreaded E6. Echout's had a great game this afternoon. That one, you can just see it took a little bit of a funny hop as he was trying to negotiate the bounce there. Moss, towering fly ball, hit to right. Jared Binsfield, can he get there in time? And that's going to clear the fence. Wesley Moss, 2-run dinger. .875 and Regina dig that. 7-3 the score. Two-run bomb from Moss. Regina Red Sox is a team, they don't do the long ball thing very often, only their second home run of the year as a team. 57's have 16 as a team, just to compare and contrast. Keller sends that one to right where Jared Binsfield is waiting. So Moss's first home run of the year of the two-run variety. Still a 4-run lead for the 57's as Adam Dela Cruz, who's been a 57's assassin both last year and this year, digs in. 4 hits last night for Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz last year in the postseason just hit a whole other level, but Takanaka deals him a strike. 0-1 with 1 down. Yo Takanaka pitching to Tanner Holen, Ryan McDeach at first, Vinny Margiotta at second, Braden Echout at short. That's hit to left center. That's going to be trouble as that's going to find the gap. Dela Cruz is going to gallop to second base. He will celebrate with the Regina Red Sox double dance. And a runner in scoring position. And now Ryan Eastburn to take a turn. Tanner Holen's going to head out and have a quick conference with Yo Takanaka and infield personnel. Players only meeting here. And a little strategizing here. We'll see if Yo, Margiotta, and Echout maybe have a play in mind for dealing with Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz was a foot away from getting a stolen base last night, had a great jump on it, and his brother was at the plate, Sam Dela Cruz. Sam made contact, sent that ball into foul territory, and a noticeable stink eye from Big Brother in a fun moment. Dela Cruz dirties up the uni as Yo feigns the throw to second with nobody there. Takanaka. Fastball up to Eastburn, runner in scoring position. It's already been a 2-run bottom of the 5th for the Red Sox, 7-3 the score. I believe Garrett Alexander is limbering up in the bullpen. The 6'6" righty. Ball 2, fastball from Yo just misses. 2-0.
Eastburn has 2 RBIs.
3-0 count. Eastburn 318. Sam De La Cruz is on deck.
No strikes, so Ryan will most likely be taking all the way here.
57's fill that empty base at first. Not the worst case scenario, filling that empty bag at first, but one down and De La Cruz at the plate. Joe Carnahan making his way out. This is likely going to be it for Yo. Well, perhaps not. Joe may be doing some strategizing here. No, he's going to let Yo keep the ball. In the past few years, the 57's have had a coach that worked with the pitchers, so the only time Joe usually came out was to relieve someone, but Joe handling those duties this year. Ruben Rodriguez, more of an offensive-minded coach, as his AC this year. So 1 down and 2 on. The deficit for the Red Sox is 4. 7-3, the 57's lead it here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 away. Strike to Yo. 2 on. Ground ball out would be the ideal scenario here that the 57's could potentially turn 2 on. De La Cruz dirties up that uni and stays safe.
Nice, cool, breezy spring afternoon for ball in the Queen City. Pitch. This is inside ball 1.
Fastball in. 1-1 with 1 down. Couple on. Nunez on deck.
Bottom of the 5th.
Takanaka 1-1. Fastball inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. It's drilled hard into the backstop for a 2-2. Two and 2. Breaking ball from Ryo, just missing inside. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. That one got away from Yo. Ball 4. That fills up the bases for Ivan Nunez. Here comes Joe Carnahan, and Garrett Alexander will be summoned from the bullpen to come in here and deal to Nunez with the bases loaded and but 1 away. And pitching by committee continues for the 57's after they lost their starter, Zach Patterson, just 3 pitches into his afternoon. Garrett Alexander, 6'6", 225, out of Spring, Texas, senior at the University of Texas. Right-hander who deals heat. Alexander, 4 appearances on the year, 6 innings of work. He's allowed 6 hits, struck out 8 and walked 3. 2 earned runs on his watch, 1-0 with an ERA of 3. Yo gives the 57's an inning, a third, allowing 2 hits. 2 runs, 1 of them earned. And Yo walking 3 in the 10 batters that he faced. Garrett Alexander. On the official roster, it says University of Texas, but we've been corrected on that before. Texas A&M is where he played his school ball.
So he won't get as much warm-up time as we saw the first pitcher.
He's coming in a hostile situation, bases loaded. Dealing with Ivan Nunez. Nunez 0 for 2 this afternoon, but he was dangerous last night in that Regina Red Sox 12-0 win against the 57's. 57's up by 4. Nunez will represent the potential tying run. It's the bottom of the 5th and a 4-run lead for the 57's, but that 4-run lead in jeopardy here. And Alexander deployed to try and Houdini the 57's out of trouble here. Alexander's done the pre-flight checklist. A 2-run 5th so far for the home team. A 2-run blast by Wesley Moss. 3 ducks on the pond for Ivan Nunez. Pitcher from Spring, Texas against a hitter from Florida. Nunez out of Miami. Rio Russell on deck. So a big assignment for Garrett Alexander. Dangerous hitter, bases loaded. 95 hits Nunez. That's going to smart, and a run comes in the hard way. Look at that. I don't know if you can get a shot of the gun there, Christina. Might be tough because it's so close, but 90 foot, the gun, that? Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Nope, 95 on the gun there. Right into the upper thigh of Nunez. Oof. Run comes in to score 7-4. So the 57's lead is now down to 3. Just heat coming out of the right hand of Alexander. Russell trying to catch up with that pitch, hitting 91 on the gun from Alexander, 1-2. One, 2 count. Alexander. Breaking ball that time. Count now 1-2. Or count 2-2 rather. Alexander. Did he go? No, he didn't. Count 3-2. 91 just missing south. Three balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 down here. Lead for the 57's is 3. Alexander. 91, check swing, drilled into the backstop.
Three balls and 2 strikes to Rio Russell.
3-2, 1 down. That's hit way up in the air. Braden Eckhout, the shortstop, is going to venture into the outfield, and Eckhout makes the catch. Not deep enough for a sacrifice situation. 2 down, 57's not out of trouble yet. Ben Komanowski to the plate.
Catcher number 16, Ben
Ben Kamenowski, a member of the 57's last year, hit 10 home runs in Swift, hasn't found the same level of success here in Regina, as he has yet to go yard. First pitch to Kamenowski, 92 on the gun, and strike one as that's fouled into the backstop. Nothing in one, the count to Ben. 91 of the letters, 1-1. One and one. Called strike. 91 down the middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down.
There's a fastball for a strike, a ball and 2 strikes now to Ben Kamenowski.
Robbie Wilkes on deck. Kamenowski represents number 8 in the Regina batting order. Bases loaded. Fastball up, Kamenowski. Pitcher's count, elects not to chase after the high heat. Count 2-2. Alexander just chucking straight Petro at Kamenowski. 2-2, 4 fastballs. That one's fouled off. Ryan McDeach, no, not playable. Father's Day gift for someone in the stands here at Currie Field. 2-2, 5 pitches to Kamenowski. Alexander, steady diet of fastballs to Ben.
Ben, who's shown the ability to go yard against a pitcher who's crossing 90 miles an hour with the fastball. Nunez at first, Sam
2-2 pitch, 3 on. Got him. 92, right down the middle. Kamenowski takes. 3 are stranded. However, 3 come in to score for the Regina Red Sox in their half of the 5th. They take a big bite out of that 57's lead. It's 7-4. We'll see how Swift Current responds when we'll be back with the top of the 6th inning right after this.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Quaker Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
This webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball brought to you by Living Sky Casino, Nutrien Ag Solutions, The Hearing Place, the Coast Hotel in Swift Current, the official host hotel of the Swift Current 57's, Houston Pizza, Saskatchewan Abilities Council Swift Current Branch, and the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge, coming to Swift Current and Medicine Hat this November. Get early bird tickets until June 18th at tickets.scbroncos.com. Welcome back to our Swift Current 57's Father's Day webcast here at Currie Field in Regina. Happy to have you on board today, and happy Father's Day to dads everywhere. 57's with a 7-4 lead now, a 3-run bottom of the 5th by Regina. Has made this game interesting. Top of the order for the 57's, though. Heavyweight tilt between 2 good teams in the Western Canadian Baseball League. Red Sox landing a big blow with 3 innings in the 5th. We'll see how the 57's respond here. Top of the order, and Eckhout, who's seen the ball real well today, hits that ball on the screws, but foul down the first base line. Eckhout 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, and a couple of runs batted in as well. Eckhout's 4th game as a member of the 57's. Native of Amherst, Nebraska. 1-1 to the athletically inclined infielder. Alex Stinnett on deck, and Tanner Holen also due up here in the top of the 6th. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Good take by Eckhout. Eckhout steps out of the batter's box and ponder what he may see with the count 2-1 here on Father's Day. Mark Lopez on the mound. Another inning of work. Ground ball hit hard to short. Wilkes on target to first. Eckhout retired via the 6-3. Mark Lopez now 1 1/3, allowing a hit, striking out 1. DH Alex Stinnett. Stinnett's had himself an afternoon as well, as he's walked, has 2 runs batted in on 2 hits, and he's touched home plate himself twice. Lopez, right-handed pitcher against Stinnett, who hits from the left side of the box. Breaking ball through Kamenowski, 1-1. Count is 1-1. 1 down, nobody on. 57's with the high-vis look that's always popular among the players, as Alex Stinnett fouls that one straight back. Stinnett out of Mesa, Arizona. One and 2. That slider stays out. 2-2 with 1 down. Two and 2. Offering misses outside. 2-2 count. Another disciplined at bat for Stinnett. 3-2. Stinnett's going to keep battling with Lopez here. That was pitch number 22 out of the hand of Lopez. Right-handed pitcher. Lopez out of Nogales, Arizona, taking on Mesa's Alex Stinnett. 3-2. Got him. 2 down. Lopez hitting around 87 on the gun. That one in the high 70s. Alex a bit in front of it. So Tanner Holen to take a turn now. Holen 0 for 2 statistically on the afternoon, hitting a girthy 378. And Holen, good piece of hitting there. Wesley Moss will field that one hopper. And the catcher from Manhattan, Kansas, singles his way onto first base. And that'll give Ryan Mugdich an opportunity now to advance him. Mugdich 2 for 3 with a couple RBI on the afternoon, now hitting 304. Mugdich hits that one way up there. And eventually Nunez, the second baseman, will back everybody off to make that catch. One left on for the 57s. It's still a 7-4 Swift Current lead. They'll try and keep it that way when we're back with more of this Swift Current 57s webcast in just a moment.
Today, the world's booming population looms like a storm on the horizon. Some forecast another 2 billion mouths to feed by the year 2050. Whatever tomorrow brings, one company will be fully prepared for it. Introducing Nutrien, an agricultural leader that brings Potash Corp and Agrium together. Now the largest combined producer of potash, nitrogen, and phosphate, Nutrien offers an unparalleled distribution platform, including more than 1,500 local farm centers and generations of farming expertise, all of which can help farmers produce more per acre. Together, we provide products that are from the earth and for the earth. Nutrien, feeding the future.
Well, 7-4, the lead for Swift Current. Regina with the last 3 in this one. So you could argue momentum on their side. Garrett Alexander, 2/3 of an inning, striking out 1. There was one hit batsman. He hit Nunez with that pitch around the upper thigh area. Gunned that one at 95. For the rest of the inning, around 91, 92. But just a little something extra there, and 95. We know that Alexander's capable of it. As 9-1-2, Robbie Wilkes, Wesley Moss, and Griffin Keller. First pitch strike.
The Red Sox batted around in the 5th. Robbie led them off.
Alexander, 1-0 count. Ground ball. One hopper to Toby Allred, who leisurely throws that right on target to Ryan McDeach for a nice little 5-3. Good job by Toby. Third base. Night off last night for Allred out of Arizona. There's a big Garrett Alexander. 6'6" Texan. Taking on Wesley Moss now, who is not 6'6". Moss 5'6", 175. So a foot of difference between pitcher and hitter. Moss takes nothing in 2. Top of the order now, Wesley Moss. 0-2. Strike 3, that'll get him 92 there. Bottom of the 6th, Griffin Keller. Keller 1 for 3 and 356 on the 2019 season. 7-4 lead for the 57s. Alexander, 76-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Ball 1. Sun coming out here on Father's Day Sunday, seeing a little bit of blue sky for the first time in a few days. Missing low, got that one at 93.
I honestly think maybe your best defense against a pitcher who fires it the way this guy does is to just sit back until he gets 2 strikes on you. Then you have to foul him.
2-0.
Misses inside. 3-0.
Misses in. Steady diet of fastballs so far for Keller.
With that killer
Well, slider, fastball.
having some difficulty finding the strike zone. At least to Griffin Keller.
Keller likely to take here with the count 3-0.
3-0. He lost a 4-pitch walk to Griffin Keller with 2 down. The Sox have a
Griffin Keller will take a walk to first, and Adam Dela Cruz will make his way to the plate. Dela Cruz 1 for 3 with a run batted in.
Is the base runner, and they may lose Griffin at any point this season. Has to have surgery before he gets ready for his senior year of college. And Adam Dela Cruz.
That fastball is fouled straight back. Dela Cruz will step out of the batter's box. Ponder what adjustments he needs to make after seeing that first offering from Garrett Alexander. Changeup hit by Dela Cruz, and a diving catch, jumping catch. Vinny Margiotta at second. He read that beautifully off the bat hat from Dela Cruz, as that looked like it was going to be a base hit into right field, but Vinny Margiotta says, not so fast, Eager McBeaver. Makes a nice catch. 6 innings in the books. Top of 7 coming up still.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time health facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience in hearing care facility, our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. An audiologist with more than 15 years experience.
New one hit, no walks. Ground ball, Jared Binsfield. Road of Henderson, Nevada. Toby Allred, first offer. Heard him talking about Kofor being a second-generation athlete. His father, a place kicker with the San Francisco 49ers back in the day. Apparently in the Joe Montana, Jerry Rice years. Probably have some stories to tell as young Kofor dealing with Toby Allred. Binsfield at first, and the lefty was able to look right at that runner at first. Checks him, throws over to Keller. 2-1 the count. Kofor's velo, 88 on the gun. There's another fastball at 88. 2-2 the count to Toby Allred. Torin Brozovic waits in the wings on deck. Brozovic 1 for 2 with a run scored. Runner on at first, nobody out. Kofor tries to paint that outside corner in this lefty on a righty encounter.
Strikeouts in 5 innings pitched. Very impressive number.
3-2 pitch. Allred hits 87 on that fastball out to right field. Eastburn makes the catch as that was put right where he was standing. 1 down.
This has not been Toby Allred's night. He's 0 for 4.
Now Torin Brozovic with Ian McIntyre on deck. Runner on at first for Torin as Binsfield is there. Kofor deals to Brozovic right down the middle for strike 1. One, Brozovic drills baseball to backstop.
Nothing in 2 on the hitter, Torin Brozovic.
Jared Binsfield 1 for 2 in the stolen base department this year. Kofer will be tough to swipe bags off of, the lefty, who's capable of touching high 80s, maybe even in the 90s with that fastball. Binsfield's going to give it a whirl, though. Throws off target and swipe bag for Binsfield. I think that hit Jared.
And there's stolen base number 2 on the year for Binsfield.
Ben Kamenowski trying to throw out his former teammate. Torin Brozovic did strike out. So Binsfield gets a swipe bag, but there's 2 down now, and Ian McIntyre will take a turn. McIntyre 1 for 3 with a run scored, and he's got a stolen base on the afternoon, too.
He's 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
McIntyre out of Tempe, Arizona. State of Arizona's been real good to the league this year. Not just the 57's, but a lot of Arizona talent across the league from what we've seen thus far. Nothing in 1, the count to Ian McIntyre. Binsfield in scoring position for him. 7-4 lead for the 57's. 0-2 to McIntyre. 0-2 with 2 away. Kofer. McIntyre. Hit that ball on the screws into left field. Binsfield being sent home. This is going to be close. Over top of Kamenowski. And McIntyre's going to scamper back to first in safe, but an RBI single for Ian McIntyre, bringing home Jared Binsfield. Some gutsy base coaching by Ruben Rodriguez, waving Binsfield home all the way. And Jared Binsfield, that shot by McIntyre, brings him home. 8-4 the lead. 57's go up by 4 now.
Just about had McIntyre caught in the rundown, but he very wisely scooted back to first.
2 outs now, Vinny Margiotta. Ian McIntyre now 2 for 4 on the afternoon with a run scored and add an RBI to his day. Kofer checks McIntyre. Top of the 7th inning.
Hope you're enjoying the webcast wherever you're tuning in. Give us a like, subscribe to the Red Sox YouTube channel. Let us know what you think in the comments.
57's here in the top of the 7th, plating their first run since that 3-run 4th.
On the YouTube channel because
Strike call to Margiotta. 57's are going to be hosting the Weyburn Beavers tomorrow night. Would be nice to have a packed Mitchell Field for that encounter with the top team in the WNBL East, the Beavers, who have won their last 13. They were the opposition for the 57's for the home opener for Swift Current. A one that the 57's won in extra innings, but since then, Beavers, they dropped their first 2, but 13 in a row since. And I think they're poised to make it 14. Let's refresh the out-of-town scoreboard today. Yeah, Weyburn leading Melville 5-3. Bottom of the 8th in Weyburn as Vinny Margiotta fouls that one out of the ballpark towards the nearby parking lot. So after today in Regina, a home and home with the Weyburn Beavers looms for the 57's.
Jackson Kofer trying to keep it a 4-run lead. And get this to the 7th inning stretch.
Jackson Kofer delivers to Margiotta, who hammers that ball into the backstop. Count still 1-2.
So Margiotta making
Kofer 17 pitches required thus far against the 57's here in the 7th. He's got 2 down. One-two pitch. Kofer. One hopper into the chest protector of Ben Kamenowski to make things 2-2.
Feels like this at bat is taken in Currie.
Top of the order and Braden Echoed on deck. Margiota 1 for 3 on this afternoon. Kofer induces another foul ball. Lefty on righty encounter, 88 on the pitch. So if Weyburn can hang on as they play Melville, they're leading by 2 in the 8th. They'll move to 14-2 and have won their last 14. Red hot Weyburn Beavers. Vinny Margiota continues this war of attrition with Kofer. 57's have used 4 pitchers thus far: Patterson, Pugh, Takanaka, and Alexander. If you're just joining us, Zach Patterson had to leave this game early as he took a line drive off the foot ankle area on just the 3rd pitch of the ball game. Margiota, potential dying quail here, as that one's just going to die en route to right field. Ian McIntyre scampering to 3rd base, putting runners on the corners. What an at-bat for Vinny Margiota. Just a war of attrition against Kofer. An 8-pitch at-bat that ended in a Margiota single. Second hit of the ball game for Margiota in the number 9 spot in the batting order. So the native of Amherst, Nebraska, Braden Eckert, who's 3 for 4 on the afternoon with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI. So the potential for even more sexy stats for Eckhout here with runner in scoring position. 8-4, the 57's lead it. Eckhout looking to add to that. Lefty on righty encounter. First pitch fastball. Strike 1.
He's also added a couple of RBIs for his troubles and a stolen base.
So Eckhout, his best day as a member of the 57's thus far. He's got to be riding a high here. Eckhout elects not to chase that fastball out of the zone, making the count 1-1. Alex Stinnett is on deck. Eckhout, Stinnett, and Tanner Holland, 1, 2, 3 in the lineup, have combined for 6 hits thus far. Eckhout hits that one hard to short. Wilkes is there. They get the force at second. 57's will end up stranding a couple, but they played 1 in their half of the 7th, and now enjoying an 8-4 lead. Getting into the twilight innings of this contest, Regina down by 4. Swifty will have to bear down defensively against this offensively capable team, and we'll have more of this webcast right after this. We're back with more Swift Current 57's baseball, an 8-4 lead for the visiting team. Swift Current losing that 12-0 decision last night at the expense of the Regina Red Sox. They've fired back today with a much more sound performance, much more aggressive at the plate today. Taking more swings, 57 striking out a team total of 14 times last night. Many of those they were caught looking. So a more aggressive approach by the visiting team today has paid the bills thus far. However, you can't take anything for granted, and no lead is safe against this Regina squad. Ryan Eastburn, Sam Dela Cruz, and Ivan Nunez, the 3 hitters who will be deployed for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ball 1 to Eastburn. So far for Garrett Alexander, 1.2 innings of work, striking out 2, walking 1, facing 7.
First 2 pitches missed wide. 2-0 as we continue to see big Garrett Alexander work.
Alexander, 28 pitches.
And if there's any mercy, that's
2-0.
the baseball gods against facing this hard-throwing right-handed reliever. It's the fact that he has not been perfect in finding the strike zone.
57's, I would think, might be limbering up some personnel in the bullpen before too long. Alexander with that low to at times mid-90s fastball. Don't know how many innings this young man is capable of. Count 2-2. Generally a 1 to 2 inning appearance guy is Alexander.
Alexander with the 2-2. Eastburn hits it.
Change up. The change is 84 from Alexander.
Near Leo's party deck.
2-2 count. 5 pitch at bat thus far with Eastburn.
92 on the gun.
Fastball up and out.
Runs full to Ryan Eastburn.
92. That last offering from Alexander.
With something to cling to.
3-2 pitch.
Allen misses. He lost him. Ball 4.
Eastburn takes a walk to first, putting one on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-4, 57's lead. Alexander's walked 3 now on the afternoon.
So the Red Sox have a base runner to start us off at the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up
32 pitches for Alexander, 18 for strikes or contact.
Sam is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks.
Sam De La Cruz walked twice. 0 for 1, striking out once, 333 on the year. So he hits 1 out of 3 times, and the Regina Red Sox, as we get late in this one, running out of last chances, but they are capable of that big inning, as we saw last night here at Currie Field. A 12-0 Red Sox win just a few hours ago. 57's overnighting in Regina last night. Had an evening at the Holiday Inn. Back to Swift, and they'll host Weyburn tomorrow night. Game number 1 of a home and home. That will happen Monday and Tuesday. 0-2 the count to Sam De La Cruz. Oh, 2. Goes changeup and catches him looking. One down. 0-2 changeup freezes De La Cruz, who's got some words of wisdom for Nunez as he makes his way to the plate. Nunez 0 for 2 with an RBI. He was hit by a pitch in his last exchange with Alexander. Another little bit of heat inside to Nunez. 90 inside to Nunez. Foul ball Nunez, 1-1. Runner on at first is Eastburn. Rio Russell on deck. Nunez representing 6 in the batting order. Nunez making his debut last night, a multi-hit performance for the Regina Red Sox. He saw the ball well. However, today 0 for 2 with an RBI, and he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to get that RBI. Nunez launches that into left field. However, Ian McIntyre is right where he needs to be to make that catch for the second out here of the bottom of the 7th. F7 and out. Left field here at Currie Field in Regina, it's got to be tough for left fielders because if you have a ball that goes deep, it's a little bit of an uphill run to get there. Just you go down the third base line, and then as you move to left center, the playing surface does incline significantly. 343 to the wall in left, 409 to straightaway center, and then the unconventional 309 to right. Nunez showing bunt with 2 down, strike 1 the call.
He's gone through the order just about twice.
Alexander, 41 pitches. 0-1 to Rio Russell with a runner on at first. Rio out in front of 75. Nothing in 2.
Sox trailing by 4. Russell's 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the day. Russell batting .234 on the season.
Rio Russell 0 for 3 on the afternoon. The 0-2, he gets a small piece of that ball. Incidental contact, really, with bat and baseball in that scenario.
So Rio got a couple of hits last night, including 2 runs.
Takes players from all over the world to make up this league. Russell out of the Bahamas.
Trying to follow that up with an opportunity here.
With his team down by 4 with 2 out in the bottom of the 7th, he'd love to Bahama Mama something into the outfield and advance runners here. Count nothing in 2. Russell out in front of 76 on the gun there. Former 57 Ben Kamenowski on deck for Regina. Kamenowski from Regina. Last year's Red Sox team didn't have a spot for him, so he went to Swift Current, hit 10 dingers. Regina found room for the hometown boy this year. Fly ball, center field, Torin Brozovic. He's got to hurry, and Brozovic, like a hawk on an unsuspecting field mouse, tracks that ball well, zeroes in and feasts. 7 in the books. Still a long way to go for the 57's to lock this one down against one of the top teams in the league, but they have a 4-run lead heading into the 8th, and they'll try and add to it right after this.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Quaker Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
This webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino, Nutrien Ag Solutions, The Hearing Place, the Coast Hotel in Swift Current, the official host hotel of the Swift Current 57's, Houston Pizza, Saskatchewan Abilities Council Swift Current Branch, and the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge, coming to Swift Current and Medicine Hat this November. Get early bird tickets until June 18th at tickets.scbroncos.com. Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Happy to have you on board. Hebert Romero coming in to pitch for the Red Sox. He will be the 5th hurler utilized by the home team this afternoon. Romero, 3 appearances, all in relief, 3 innings of work. He's allowed a hit, a run. It was unearned. Struck out 6 and walked 1, and 1 save on the year, spotless ERA of 0. So Romero coming in, albeit a little bit sooner than maybe he's used to, with an average of 1 inning of work per appearance and a save on the year. But he's here now trying to limit the deficit to 4. Stinnett, Holin, Magdic due up for the 57's in the top of the 8th. Swift Current with a 4-run lead. Stinnett 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a couple RBI, now hitting .407 on the year. Right-handed pitcher Hebert Romero.
This guy is the definition of just that.
Romero, first pitch, catches the outside part of the plate against Stinnett. Strike one.
Didn't look like he was throwing a lot of heat there, but he regularly throws in the 90s.
Scouting report on Romero from the locals here. Someone who brings some heat. That was an 81-mile-an-hour changeup to Stinnett. 0-1, Romero.
That one misses outside for ball one. Looks like he's taking a couple of warm-up pitches.
1-1 the count.
He looks in for a
57's without the services of Alex Stinnett for about 10 games as he sat out with injury. Good to have his bat back in the lineup. Stinnett swings and misses. 1-2.
1 and 2. So Romero not really throwing any heat yet. Opting to go with the curveball, a changeup.
1-2. Romero.
Fastball here. Swing and a miss.
Stinnett swings and misses. Strike 3, 1 down. 57's going with the high-vis jumpsuit look today.
I just love these orange unis at the Swift Current 50.
When the 57's did their rebrand with the new logo and the new name and everything, green was going to be the prominent color of those jerseys, but fans and players really seem to have embraced the orange component of all that. As Tanner Holen fouls that ball out of here. Hebert Romero out of Venezuela, inducing strike 1 on that foul ball by Holen.
I'm surprised that he bears only 6 foot 200 pounds. He looks much bigger and more intimidating than that. He's only pitched 3 innings so far.
0-1 to Holen.
Backed up. Now 7 strikeouts.
Ball up.
3 1/3 innings. So that's a pretty good strikeout to inning ratio. Tanner Holen.
1-1 the count to Holen.
Strike.
Native of Kansas.
His 4-run lead to the Swift
Romero
57. It's a foul rebound.
induces a foul ball into the screen.
Now 1 and 2.
Count 1 and 2.
Great day for ball in the Queen City.
875, enjoying this one here in the capital city of the province of Saskatchewan, beautiful Regina.
Would love to make it a long 8th and perhaps 9th inning if it means they can get back into this one. They want
Always enjoy talking with the American recruits who come and play for the 57's who have only ever seen the word Regina written down, always assuming that it's Regina.
inside. 2 and 2. The way this umpire
And then the ensuing chuckle when you correct them on the pronunciation.
shouts when it's a ball, and a lot of them
Years ago, the Rolling Stones played a concert here, and Mick Jagger coined the popular phrase, the city that rhymes with fun, when referring to Regina.
ball. Or it doesn't make a signal.
Breaking ball called, strike 3. That slider on kind of that delayed delivery from Romero.
Down goes Holen. Probably caught guessing.
Holen retired on that slider.
Number 2 for
Now Ryan Megdeach with 2 down in the top of the 8th.
Ryan McDeach with 2 down is the batter. McDeach is 2 for 4. Got a single.
Haven't seen anyone limbering up in the 57's bullpen. We'll see how much longer they rely on Garrett Alexander, who's gone 2 2/3. Alexander striking out 3 and walking 2, facing 11 thus far.
Iber Romero on in relief. Picking up strikeout
Megdeach
7 on the year.
hits that baseball on the screws. That's hit to right field. That's over top of Eastburn. Megdeach, that big rig, is chugging his way to second base. Megdeach, a Mig double.
But a 2-out, 2-bagger for Ryan McDeach.
2-out double for the big fella.
Jared Binsfield with a man in scoring position.
Megdeach just looking like a giant next to Ruben Rodriguez out there.
Add some more insurance for the 57's, who love nothing more than
Ruben was a scrappy player for both the Swift Current 57's and Melville Millionaires in this league. Played his college ball at Tarleton State. So Ruben, a first-year assistant coach with the 57's. Joe Carnahan likes bringing in alums to be his ACs. Bodie Cooper with that role last year. Binsfield, Eastburn, had to run to and slide to make that catch on the high fly ball. Ryan McDeach is left stranded. Bottom of the 8th coming up. The lead is 4 for the 57's, 8-4. We'll have more of this webcast for Nutrien Ag Solutions and Living Sky Casino shortly.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Talking rain delays, we've had a few here over the years. Amazed that last night, Swift Current and Regina, whenever they play here, it's usually a marathon sesh. But last night, out of here in about 2.5 hours, and 57's hope to make quick work here as Ricky Desaw is going to come in and pinch hit for Regina. Garrett Alexander, 2 2/3 of work thus far, and he's going to stay in there. Ricky Desaw hitting where Ben Kamenowski was in the number 8 spot in the batting order. So Desaw, Wilkes, and Moss. So Ben Kamenowski subbed out. Estrada, who caught last night for the Regina Red Sox, will likely be in to finish off here. Red Sox need to make some hay here as they trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. High heat from Alexander. Catches the upper part of the strike zone against Desaw. Ricky Desaw played in the outfield last night. Called strike. Desaw 313 on the year. The native of Hilo, Hawaii.
The one nice thing about having Ben at the plate is that if he connects, especially against someone throwing
the 0-2.
that this guy is, there's half a chance that
90 right down the middle, gets him.
and there's a called third strike, so the move to pitch hit does not pay dividends for the Red Sox.
Robbie Wilkes, number 9 spot in the batting order. 0 for 2 with a walk is Wilkes. He's touched home twice in this contest. One down here. Garrett Alexander going right after him. First pitch swinging strike, 0-1.
Red Sox trying to get this pitcher. So far with very little success.
Fly ball, right field. Binsfield and Brozovic both after it. Binsfield gives way for Brozovic, who makes the catch.
To his left in shallow ground to make the putout.
Left fielder number 6.
Now we get back to the top of the order. Wesley Moss.
Brozovic is capable of covering some real estate out there.
Including that 2-run bomb.
Speedy outfielder who also leads the 57's in stolen bases.
2-run homer. Or so I should say just the Red Sox second home run this season.
Wesley Moss at the plate, who has a 2-run dinger that he hit in that 3-run 5th for the Red Sox. Moss hitting .361 on the year.
There's a called second strike. So
Strike two. 5'4" Wesley Moss against 6'6" Garrett Alexander. Count 0-2. Moss hits that 91-mile-an-hour fastball foul. That is the 51st pitch by Garrett Alexander in this relief appearance. 0-2. Another 91 and another foul ball by Moss as he's trying to catch up with that heat from Alexander.
A little bit of everything in this ball game. We've seen some good pitching. We've seen a home run. We've seen some base stealing. Straight chart's been busy. Hits all over the park.
Alexander. Ground ball charged by Eckhout. In the glove. He's got to hurry. Moss is greasy fast, but they get him in time. Eckhout on target. Taking care of Moss. Top of the ninth coming up. 4-run lead for the 57's. They will endeavor to add to it when we get back here with more of this Swift Current 57's webcast.
Today, the world's booming population looms like a storm on the horizon. Some forecast another 2 billion mouths to feed by the year 2050. Whatever tomorrow brings, one company will be fully prepared for it. Introducing Nutrien, an agricultural leader that brings Potash Corp and Agrium together. Now the largest combined producer of potash, nitrogen, and phosphate, Nutrien offers an unparalleled distribution platform, including more than 1,500 local farm centers and generations of farming expertise, all of which can help farmers produce more per acre. Together, we provide products that are from the earth and for the earth. Nutrien, feeding the future.
Top of the ninth, 57's trying to add to a 4-run lead before rolling the dice in the bottom of the inning. Swifty deploying Allred, Brozovic, and McIntyre. 6, 7, 8 in their batting order. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Joey Arellano, who saw some work last night in that 12-0 win. This will be the 6th pitcher utilized by the Regina Red Sox. Something over in the Red Sox dugout. Just making sure we got all our personnel straight here, perhaps.
And they're just starting that bottom of the ninth at Athletic Park in Medicine Hat. So it looks like we have some substitutions.
Jason Vena. Well, the Red Sox need someone to come and play right field. Here comes Crossman. Yeah, there he comes.
Joey Arellano, the new pitcher.
So Joey Arellano, 6th pitcher utilized this afternoon by Regina.
So Toby Allred, the third baseman, will lead it off.
6 appearances, 8 innings of work. He's allowed 7 hits, struck out 8, walked 3. 3 earned runs, 3.37 earned run average. Toby Allred fouls that off.
The Prospects got a bit of a rough ride from their visit to Regina. The Red Sox broke up their 4-game win.
Chris Deal from Fort Collins, Colorado, into work behind the plate for the Red Sox as well, with a few substitutions.
Okotoks taking Brooks to the woodshed in suburban Calgary today. They're in the top.
Eric Crossman out of Anaheim, California. Toby Allred with a shot to center field. That's hit deep, but Russell is there and makes the catch. Allred puts good lumber on that.
If in fact that is his final at bat of the day. Torin Brozovic, who's had a little bit better luck. He's 1 for
Torin Brozovic 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk.
So the Lethbridge Bulls, seems like it's the day of the blowout.
First pitch from Arellano, just missing, nobody on, no harm done.
Winning in Yorkton 10-2. That's the first half of a doubleheader.
Bottom of the ninth, Fort Mac leading Edmonton 8-6 at Remax Field in Edmonton. As Brozovic redirects into backstop. Moose Jaw leading Medicine Hat 5-4 in the bottom of the ninth. Okotoks hammering the Brooks Bombers 14-3 at Siemens Stadium. Lethbridge beating Yorkton 10-2 in the first game of a doubleheader. And the Weyburn Beavers now on a 14-game winning streak, beating Melville 5-3. Beavers starting 0-2 on the year and winners of their last 14 now, as Brozovic drills that a fair distance in foul territory. Phil Curtis and the juggernaut Weyburn Beavers. 14th dub in a row. 57's will have a home and home with them. What a morale boost that would be for the 57's to end that streak. And the here and now, they're trying to lock it down against Regina, and Torin Brozovic has a ball drop into no man's land as no white shirts were able to corral that ball. Fly ball. Just landing in a graveyard there over second base. We've seen a few drop in there this game. And a one-out single by Brozovic brings Ian McIntyre to the dish.
The Red Sox, a ground ball here would be just what the doctor ordered.
McIntyre 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Native of Tempe, Arizona. Joey Arellano out of El Paso, Texas. Fly ball, center field, Russell, catch, 2 down. Vinny Margiotta 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Batters 7, 8, 9 in the 57's order have combined for 6 hits, 2 RBI, and 3 runs scored. Go to the top of the order. Braden Eckhout 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI. Alex Stinnett 2 for 4, 2 runs and a couple runs batted in. 3 for 5 and a couple RBI as well for Ryan McDeach. So really, solid offensive game for the 57's. 1 through 9, Brozovic in motion on the hit and run as Margiotta tried to go oppo with his swing.
Joey Arellano stroll around on that pitcher's mound and take his time.
0-1 the count to Margiotta.
You know, sometimes I would think
Tanner Holen enjoys stealing bases, and perhaps in a position to do so.
to the pitcher because I hear when it's hot, it's so difficult for the pitcher to work off the hill. And even if it's a little bit cooler afternoon, you can always wear sleeves.
Margiotta fouls that offering towards the parking lot.
And listening to Todd Stottlemyre speak at the Red Sox supper last year, he talked about, he says it's okay to have a pitch count, but he thinks the circumstances.
Top of the order, and Braden Eckhout, who's 3 for 5 with multiple RBI on deck. We'll see if he gets another at bat in this game.
You might get him out of there after he pitches. It's a blowout game, it's nice and cool.
Top of the ninth, 8-4 lead. Brozovic quickly checked by Arellano.
And he should know a thing or two. His dad was a legendary pitching coach of the New York Yankees. Before that, the New York Mets. The 0-2 coming up to Vinny
0-2 to Margiotta. He hits a shot that could be trouble into right field. That's going to land in the gap. Torin Brozovic being waved home. He'll have ample time to get there. Vinny Margiotta doubles. He's at second base. RBI for Vinny. A big contribution from the number 9 guy in the batting order. Alex Stinnett Torin Brozovic comes in to score. And the 57's now with a 5-run lead here in the 9th. Swift wanting some insurance against this dangerous Regina squad, and they got some.
That'll take us back to the top of the Swift Current batting order. So the 57's
And another turn for Echout with 2 down and a runner on at second. Swift blown out last night, 12-0, and now leading 9-4 in the 9th. That could be trouble. Over top of Wesley Moss, and Vinny Margiotta scampers home. And Echout, he's going to try and take third base here. Echout slides in a triple. What a day for Echout. RBI scores Margiotta from second. 6-run lead. Echout's 4th hit and 3rd RBI of the day. He was looking for his first hit in 4 games coming into this afternoon. Echout was, and he has delivered. Jason Vena coming out. Red Sox set to deploy their 7th pitcher. Oh my. Look at the size of this guy. That is a giant lefty.
2 for 4 with a walk. He scored a couple of runs, and he's also come through with 2 runs batted in. Next batter, Alex Stinnett, has played a very big role in this 10-4 Swift Current lead.
Baylor Giannini, a senior Arizona Christian left-hander out of Phoenix, 6'10", 260. I hope his billet family gets a few extra bucks to feed that boy. 6'10", 260. If MLB scouts aren't watching him, I bet Vince McMahon's people are. 6'10" athlete, 260. He struck out 11 and walked 7 in 5 2/3 innings. He's allowed 5 runs, only 1 earned, a 1.58 earned run average. Baylor Giannini, 7th pitcher utilized by Jason Vena, coach of the Regina Red Sox. Regina fans heading to the exits here. I wouldn't. This team's capable of putting up a big inning. 10-4 the score. You throwing beer at me, Harold? Turning against us up here in the broadcast booth here. So Alex Stinnett to face the giant Baylor Giannini. Stinnett 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. First pitch is up. 10-4 the lead for the 57's. I've been covering this league since 2004. I've never seen 6'10". 6'9", we had handsome Rob Flanagan in Swift Current a few years ago. Run comes in to score. Alex Stinnett brings home Braden Echout, who had that RBI triple.
That's an RBI single for Alex Stinnett. They keep the line moving. It's now an 11-4 Swift Current.
So Tanner Holen up to bat as the 57's now lead by a converted touchdown here in the top of the 9th.
Sign of things to come between these two teams. They're so evenly matched.
The 57's actually did not win a game in this ballpark last year. So they haven't won here. I don't know the exact date, but the last time they did so was in 2017. So the 57's up 7 here in the 9th. They're hoping to exercise the Currie curse. Giannini, fly ball Holen. That could land in no man's land here. Yep, and again, just over second base. That has been a graveyard today for the Regina Red Sox. Base hit by Holen. Ryan Megdeach to the plate. Megdeach around 6'4", 6'5". It's probably not often he feels small, but looking at 6'10" out there.
You're probably thinking a lot more of Garrett Alexander, but other than him, this has not been
Giannini,
a banner day for the hurlers. Really on
lefty on lefty.
It's the batter, and this is the first time the Red Sox have given up this many runs in a game this summer.
2 on, 9th inning. 57's have put up 3 here in the 9th. Giannini,
Stop the bleeding here.
Megdeach
Each hits it.
fouls that into the backstop.
The count is nothing in one. Runners at first and second. Alex Stinnett at second base. Tanner
1-1 pitch.
There's a called strike. It's now 1-2.
Called strike.
So Baylor Giannini is 1 pitch away from getting the Sox out of what has become an agonizingly long top of the ninth.
One and two. 2 away. Megdeach swings defensively and reaches for that offering.
The 1-2.
1-2, 2 away. Giannini.
And this one
Fly ball could be headed towards foul territory, and De La Cruz, the younger, makes the catch. 57's put up 3 in the top of the 9th. The lead is 7. Heading into the bottom of the 9th, Swift will try and lock it down for their 10th win of the season when we return with more of this 57's webcast.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Quaker Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
No, he's a rancher. He's got a big home.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Swift with a 7-run lead. Regina, though, a team that really no lead is safe with. Red Sox have used 7 pitchers thus far. Garrett Alexander, who's worked 3.2 innings, has struck out 4, faced 14, walked 2. No runs on his watch. So 2, 3, 4, Keller, De La Cruz, Crossman, barring any substitutions.
57's as he came on in relief in the 5th inning.
Bottom of the 9th. Alexander came in the 5th inning. Fly ball, Keller. Toby Allred makes the catch. Having some fun today. Last night, not so much.
I'm going to ask Schweitzer a question while we're on air. Is he in line to get the win?
I would think so.
Garrett Alexander?
So Pew will get your win, right?
Pew will get the win.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came in when you guys took the lead and he was undiminished. So.
Harold, the resident stats expert, is saying Pew's going to get the win if things stay there.
Pew gets
Okay.
the win and this guy will get a save.
Okay. Which is kind of tragic when you think about it. It's a half swing by Dela Cruz, and they're going to
So Pew in line to get the win here.
So Adam Dela Cruz behind him, counting 0-2.
Pew, who worked 2.2. Ground ball. Alexander better hurry to cover. Meg Deach flips and steps on the bag. The 57's 1 out away from redemption. Meg Deach with the Meg flip to Alexander. So statistically, yeah, we just confirmed that with Harold, who's been doing stats at ball games in Regina for a few years. Pew in line for the win, Alexander the save. Still got some heat on that fastball. Pitch 1 still hitting 90.
The Red Sox just haven't had an answer for Garrett Alexander.
60 pitches now from Alexander. 1-1. Alexander will give him player of the game honors for coming in and getting that massive save, but plenty of love as well for Braden Eckhout, the shortstop, who made some great plays at short and went 4 for 6 today with 3 RBI. We'll have co-players of the game with those 2 performances that we've had. 2 strikes against Crossman. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. That's way outside, full count.
90 miles an hour drifts outside. Three-two pitch. That's fouled off, hit into foul territory. Regina Red Sox electing to not deploy a third base coach. Maybe that's a message from the coaching staff there. Phil Langlois normally occupies that spot. Three balls, 2 strikes. Well, Crossman will take a walk. Not done yet. Sammy Dela Cruz. They got their rally caps on in Regina now. Dela Cruz 0 for 2, walking twice, also striking out twice. So how about that 2-game series here in Regina? The Red Sox with a 12-0 W last night, and the 57's 1 out away from an 11-4 win. Ground ball that hammers off of Toby Allred. He recovers. They won't get that throw in time. So the Red Sox with the opportunity to potentially end on a positive here as Nunez makes his way to the dish. Ivan Nunez. Nunez 0 for 3. He has an RBI, and he had to wear a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to get it. And that's not exaggeration. On the gun, 95 from Alexander.
I just admire the fact he gets in the batter's box after being drilled with one of those fastballs from Garrett
90 on the gun, into the backstop.
I'd have a serious problem with backing out if I felt the wrath.
0-1.
5-mile-an-hour fastball.
57's next action. Home and home with Weyburn. We'll be at Mitchell Field tomorrow night at 7:05. Change up. Strike 2.
Final strike.
69th pitch of the afternoon about to be deployed by Alexander. Flied straight back. 0-2, 2 down. 57's haven't won in this park since 2017. They were 0 for last year in the regular season and playoffs.
There's a check swing.
Check swing, did he go? No, he didn't.
So that would have ended the ball game. But first base umpire Brian Hodgson
1 and 2.
and Nunez and the Red Sox are still alive with a 1-2 count. Big Garrett Alexander leans in.
Just over 3 hours into this game.
And that one's low outside. The runners will advance as it gets away from Poland. They're now
That fastball low and away, just under the glove of Tanner Holen.
Sam De La Cruz is at second, and the count to Ivan Nunez is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 and 2, the count to Nunez after he took that fastball down and out.
Looks like they've shut things down for the day over in that Swift Current bullpen.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Alexander.
And that one inside.
90 inside.
Got a piece of him as Nunez takes his base. So that's twice now that Nunez has been plunked.
3-2 count. I'm not sure if that got a small piece of him or if that was just ball 4.
Is that ball 4?
Yeah.
I thought it was ball 3. Okay. It hit him. That's why I assumed it hit him.
Or did it hit him?
It hit him in the shoulder.
Oh, did catch a piece of Nunez. 90 on the gun.
So he does get plunked. So Nunez hit by a pitch twice by Garrett Alexander.
So the base is loaded now.
Sam De La Cruz at second.
What felt elementary a few minutes ago has turned into a bit of an adventure here as Rio Russell swings at that first offering.
Now we see some traffic over in that Swift Current bullpen.
And Keel Crumweedy is making his way to the 57's bullpen now
Shortstop who has pitched in the league before,
as Alexander.
trotting over there.
There's pitch number 74. Ironically enough, 74 on the gun.
Final strike and 0-2.
And count nothing in 2. Bases loaded, bottom of the 9th. 57's up 11-4.
Red Sox down to their last breath. Chris Steele, the new
Keel Crumweedy out of Glasgow, Montana, playing catch in the bullpen.
the 0-2 to
0-2.
Russell. And that one misses way outside for ball 1. The Red Sox
Fastball out as Russell elects not to chase. What an afternoon for Garrett Alexander.
all regular catchers are capable of catching on a regular basis.
Coming in, working 4 1/3 thus far, and shutting down an offensive team. Ground ball, foul, first base line.
Count remains. and a
Count still 1 and 2.
Sox trailing the Swift Current 57's 11-4.
Well, if this
Swift Current
weekend has been any indication, there's going to be some great games between these two teams this year.
for this summer, and that's beat the
Regina blowing up Swifty 12-0 last night, and the 57's trying to return the favor here and lock down a 7-4 or a 7-run victory. 11-4 the score. Margin of victory of 7.
work for this. Zachary Patterson was
Alexander's put in a shift this afternoon, and the Regina Red Sox not letting them shut her down.
on the third pitch in the ankle.
Count remains 1 and 2 to Russell.
Line drive that actually pinballed right over the first base and got the out. The 1-2.
Ground ball. Oh, no, right in the hand. Hopefully he's okay. He recovers, throws it away. 2 are going to come in to score here.
Sam De La Cruz comes in to score, and the Red Sox
Comebacker off the hand. Alexander doesn't look to be showing any ill effects. He wants that ball. Joe Carnahan's going to come out and check on him. Alexander telling Joe to get back in the dugout. He's got this.
That's the second Swift Current pitcher we've seen drilled by a comebacker today.
The margin is now 5. Red Sox making it interesting.
On an infield hit,
A comebacker that Alexander instinctively tried to bare hand.
third, Sam De La Cruz came around to score from second, and Ivan Nunez goes from first to
You just
third.
hate to see anything to do with a pitcher's hand or arm.
Runners on the corners, still trailing by 5. It's now an 11-6 score, and this will bring up the number 8 spot in the order, the catcher spot. And
Chris Deal will try and keep things going after Alexander makes sure everything's okay here.
You looked at that as a single and an error, right? Because you went from second to third on the overthrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the 89th pitch of the evening, or pardon me, 79th pitch about to be uncorked here.
Deal has 4 runs batted in. And this just his 8th game.
The sun comes out and shines here.
First one's a little low for ball 1. Is that from Edie warming up? The 1-0. And Deal hits
Swatted at by Deal, fouled off. So Swift now looking for an elusive third out here in the bottom of the 9th, where Regina's put up a crooked number. It's now 11-6.
Rio Russell taking a lead over at first.
Check swing, yes he did. Called strike.
Two, so it's 1-2. So for the umpteenth time,
89 right down the middle.
strike. You almost wonder if Russell just takes second.
Just got a text from Mayor Perot saying that pitcher is tough. Yes, he is.
And that one's a little high for ball 2.
90, ball 2. Comebacker off the throwing hand. 4 2/3 inning in relief, consistently throwing 90 and just over 80 pitches as well. 2-2. Did he go? Yes, he did, and that'll do it. A little longer than we had planned on. But the 57's exercise some demons and end the Currie Field curse here in Regina. Their first win in this facility since 2017. Regina last night with a 12-0 win. 57's answer back today with an 11-6 victory. Garrett Alexander, the save, coming in and working 4 1/3. His final line. Bring that up for you here. 4 1/3. Allowing 2 runs and only 2 Regina Red Sox hits. Couple strikeouts and 3 walks sprinkled in there as well, facing 21 hitters. Alexander, a great game offensively. Give some love to Braden Eckhout. 4 for 6, 3 runs scored, and 3 runs batted in. So the 57's win in a ballpark where it's tough to pull off a W, and they're going to get set for the tall task of taking on Weyburn twice. A home-and-home that will begin tomorrow, 7:05 at Mitchell Field. We really hope you can make it out to that one. That's going to be a ball game. The top team in the league, the Weyburn Beavers, winners of 14 straight, taking on the 57's, game number 1 of a home-and-home tomorrow night, 7:05 at Mitchell Field. On behalf of Christina Schweitzer on Camera 1, bringing you the bulk of the images today, it's Ryan Schweitzer. 57's win, 11-6. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Good day from Currie. Bang, we win.
The final here tonight, the Red Sox lose at home, 11-6 to the Swift